My name is Monica DeSalvo. I'm ecstatic to be part of 8 Visions this year. And the work I'm showing, I'm going to consider them duets with my work and some of the memorabilia from my late father, who I took care of from his age 83 to 90. He was an engineer, I'm a graphic designer, so part of that duet, this collaboration includes both of our professions. But I wanted to talk a little bit about process and inspiration. The seed for this body of work kind of started with these little collages on discarded bits of mat board that I call them my sticks. And they're quite beautiful. They just are remnants of monoprints and mixed media things that I had done over the last 2 years before I start doing them. And I was in a workshop and just creating things all the time. I made them, brought them into my workshop, and friends started playing around with them and arranging them, and I had different ideas about them and tried to make them into a book that didn't work. My mentor suggested blowing them up big, and that's really how my whole body of work started. So I went from little things to really big things. The big things became collage bases, and I made several. What I was really fascinated with was how the color and the texture with the enlargements just like burst apart. And then looking for pieces to collage with, like a patch of lavender or a bowl of spaghetti, something actual could actually just blend right into these amorphous swaths of color and texture. And I got really excited about that. During this time, I was taking care of my father, declining health, increasing dementia, and dementia is not just about memory loss. He had hallucinations that were pretty psychedelic, and so some of the things that he was experiencing, that the storytelling, the narratives, the psychedelic colors, I'm trying to weave that into the work. After he was an aeronautics engineer, after he died, I got his pile of paper. He also loved paper as much as me. He kept everything. So I have notes from engineering courses, journals, his professional engineering papers, lots of coursework, a lot of handwritten items. And I'm taking those, their typography, and that's part of what I do for a living, but I'm weaving those into the work. So they've become these duets that for me they're like, it's an unending source of inspiration, not just with the physical things, but the things he said. And with his dementia, he couldn't find everyday words to describe everyday things. Whether he was talking about what he did that day or how he was feeling or something that happened, he couldn't find the words, and so he came out with these really fantastical, amazing couplets of words, and those inspire me, and those are the titles for some of these pieces, such as, he said, "Monica, this is a leaky place." I'm still trying to figure out what it really means, but I think that the things he said described his experiences more than if he had found just regular words. That is the gist of my work.